Sometimes the recruiting trail throws you a curveball, and that feels like a fastball right down the middle for certain programs. And that's exactly what happened here with Quentin Coleman. This is a 6'4" guard from Principia High School in St. Louis, Missouri. He is from Illinois, which puts him right there in the Brad Underwood territory, the Fighting Illini territory. He has been granted his release from his national letter of intent he signed with Wake Forest back in November. Wake's head coach Steve Forbes confirmed it, and it's official. Coleman is back on the market, reopening his recruitment after a meteoric rise that turned heads across the country. So, what led to all this? Well, Coleman committed to Wake Forest early on, choosing them over a solid list of other schools, including Iowa, St. Louis, Texas Tech, and yes, even Illinois was in that top 6 as well. But since then, he has exploded, vaulted up from a 3-star prospect, barely in the top 100, to now being a fringe 5-star prospect. He's number 34 overall in 27 sports rankings for the class of 2026, number 30 on ESPN, and get this, number 20 on Rivals. That's major improvement, and we're gonna talk about it all, kind of break down his film a little bit. I don't have the film, unfortunately, for you to watch here on YouTube, but if you do go watch it, check out some of this stuff because his senior year stats back up how good he is. 22.6 points per game, 6 rebounds, 3.6 assists, and 2.5 steals per game, shooting an absurd 63.5% from the field and 49% from 3. 49% from deep is huge. Coaches are salivating over that stuff, especially when you consider he led Principia to a 26-2 record and was a Max Preps National Player of the Year finalist. Even in the EYBL with Brad Beal Elite, he hit 39% from 3, showing he can score at all 3 levels: deep range, mid-range pull-up, finishes at the rim with that quick, springy athleticism that he has. He's a fantastic player. In fact, just last January at the Bass Pro Tournament of Championships, he dropped 25 points, 11 rebounds, and a couple assists in a game. He did a little bit of everything: burying jumpers, attacking off the dribble, playing with his competitive fire. He's not just a scorer, though. He's a savvy decision maker who doesn't get sped up too much. He's poised. He's a good lead guard who can run the offense, and also he defends at a pretty good level as well. I'm not going to call him a Kylan Boswell. I'm not going to call him a guy like Ace Baldwin or anything like that. But I'll be honest, his game does remind me a little bit of a Keaton Wagler with the skill, the poise. Even Kobe Buffkin a little bit are guys who quickly went to the NBA with their talents. There are aspects of his game that even make you think of a similar kind of like smaller version of a Cam Christie with the complete shooting guard profile. 19.7 boards, 4 assists, 3 steals, and 45% from 3 as a junior in high school. Those numbers should translate, especially against Peach Jam competition, where he nearly hit 40% from 3 and averaged close to 2 steals as well. Now, this is great news for the Big Ten, particularly Illinois and Indiana, who are rumored to be teams that are right up there at the top of his list alongside Texas Tech. Now, this list has not been posted. It's not anything super for sure. It's just rumors have this is kind of like the top 3 schools, it sounds like right now. Rumors have Texas Tech as more of the third wheel, making this potentially more of a Big Ten battle royale than anything else. Illinois, very much so in the mix, close to home, strong relationships already built, and sounds like when he chose Wake Forest, it was more because Illinois' interest of him was kind of fading rather than Quentin's interest of Illinois was fading. So, of course, others have been involved here as well. Iowa is another Big Ten team. You also got Kansas, Louisville, Missouri, Virginia. These were all teams that have shown interest before. There's more as well, so we'll see if more kind of pop up. But the familiarity with Illinois and Indiana gives them the edge. I would not be surprised at all to see if Duke could swoop in here and kind of like we saw with them with Dame Sar last cycle as well. But I don't think this is going to come down to only money, kind of like it seemed like Dame Sar did. And that's why it could be great for Illinois under Brad Underwood. Not because Illinois is cheap, not because they're going to nickel and dime him or anything like that. Illinois got good NIL, but because this feels like a match made in heaven. The Illini need a playmaker guard for next year, assuming Keaton Wagler moves on, plain and simple. He's likely heading to the NBA, likely going to be an NBA lottery pick next season. Kylan Boswell is out of eligibility, and there's a ton of minutes and usage for for grabs in the backcourt as well. So Coleman could compete to be a lead guard day one, surrounding a core that might include guys like David Mirkovic, Tomislav Visic, Zvonimir Visic, and maybe some more portal ads as well. Underwood's system thrives on a versatile guards, not just one, who can score at all three levels and make decisions under pressure. Coleman is definitely the guy that has that type of potential to either be that right away or form himself into that. You think about his track record, developing guys like Keaton Wagler, who we just mentioned, Kaparis Jakokonis, Terrence Shannon Jr., Io DeSumo, all NBA products. Some are reporting that Illinois loved Coleman over the summer and have him in their top priorities as well. They hesitated on their financial commitment back then, being Illinois, hesitated with their financial commitment back then. But hindsight's 2020. He's proven that that price tag was going to be a bargain. Now it sounds like they're pushing hard, and it resonates because of the development pipeline. Elite freshman lead guards can hit the ground running for top 15 teams, offering better ROI for some portal options that you could get out there. Coleman could be next year's Keaton Wagler. I'm not saying he's going to be Big Ten Player of the Year or contend for that, but I do think he has some of the skill set to provide you some of that. And Illinois has the sales pitch to be ready. Come here, make an instant impact, join the NBA factory line of NBA guards that we've got going on here. And truthfully, I think this could be the best fit here for him. Close to family, system alignment, and they could really begin to utilize him well early on if he shows that type of play early there. But don't sleep on Indiana under Darren DeVries earlier. The Hoosiers are being talked about like they're in the top three too. DeVries brings to the table what he did with Lamar Wilkerson and balanced offenses, strong player development, and a focus on fundamentals that would translate to the Big Ten. Indiana's been rebuilding with skilled guards who can create. They had an entire new team this season, and Coleman fits like a glove in DeVries' motion-heavy system that emphasizes spacing, quick decisions, and versatility. He's got a knack for turning underrated talent into stars, and that could be kind of what you have here with Quentin Coleman a little bit. Underrated for a lot of time, rising up now, but for sure, definitely somebody that was slept on for a good amount of time. And with poor, positional roster turnover in Bloomington, there'd be an opportunity for Coleman to shine early, running the show as a lead guard. It's a bit further from home than Illinois, but the Big Ten stage is massive, and travel is much better than it was. It's also closer than Wake Forest was. So, and DeVries' track record of championships at the mid-major level, he won multiple Missouri Valley Conference titles, shows he knows how to win with guards when he can put it all together. And if it didn't work out for him in year one in Indiana, it could work out down the road. Year one doesn't necessarily mean it is, the nail of what you're going to be. Positive vibes all around for Indiana. They've got the tools to develop him into that one and done, possibly type of star. And his poise would thrive in their patience, efficient style. As for Iowa and Ben McCollum, they've been pretty immediate. They've not had an immediate contact, which, I think it would be smart if they did, but they were finalists before. Buzz doesn't really seem to favor them right now, though, as they don't seem to be going after him very aggressively. That makes sense, given Bennett Sturts is gone after this year. I would think you'd want to go after him, but if they do jump in, Coleman would fit McCollum's system like a glove as well. Ben McCollum has always been guard heavy, and Coleman's rebounding, steals, and playmaking align very well here as well. Remember, McCollum was hard after Wagler back in the day, and that kid nearly joined them, but Illinois swooped in late. McCollum knows how to recruit and develop these types, and at Iowa, he'd have the Big Ten resources to elevate Coleman quickly. No knocks here. Iowa's a solid program. All right, I'm not trying to say that they're not good or anything like that. They've always been in the mix with March Madness. Looking to be continuing to do that under Ben McCollum. With his fresh approach, they'd be wise to at least explore it, in my opinion. But from what we know right now, it doesn't really seem like they're doing that, especially since Coleman could step into a rotation role and help McCollum as he continues to build there. At the very least, like I said, a rotation role could even be a star for this team in year 1 or 2. This recruitment won't drag out forever, though. It's open, but I think this will move pretty quickly. It's not just about money. seen a lot of these teams. He's taking time with these teams. He took less to go to Wake initially, prioritizing fit and development over the highest bidder, even when he had programs like Texas Tech going after him, and Illinois thought the price tag was a bit too steep. That's refreshing in today's NIL era. For the Big Ten, landing Coleman would be like adding rocket fuel to a team's engine. Immediate impact, NBA potential later on in his career, and that skilled guard play for this team would win games in March. Illinois gets my nod as the best fit. Home state pool, urgent need for playmakers, and Underwood's proven guard factory. But Indiana, under DeVries, close second, it looks like at this point, with that development emphasis. And Iowa and McCollum, if they dive in, watch out. It could be a three-way Big Ten battle. This is the kind of news that keeps the conference strong, and I can't wait to see where he lands. But let me know what you think. You think Illinois has the edge with someone outside the Big Ten? You think Texas Tech is going to come in, drop a bag, and make it almost impossible for him to say no? Let me know what you think in the comments below. Next up, we have a big move happening in the Big Ten football mostly, but still some basketball implications here as well. Most won't recognize it, but it's important we talk about it. Ted Carter is out at Ohio State. We're going to talk about it, recap it all. We'll be right back.